It's the first Delta Safari of 2024, so why not take a look back at 2023 with a top 5 list? Let's head to the Delta. On September 1st, the Delta lost her favorite son. Born in Pascagoula, Mississippi, Jimmy Buffett grew up on the Mobile Delta and Mobile Bay. And on September 10th, the residents of what he called the Redneck Riviera took to the streets of downtown Mobile for a uniquely Gulf Coast tradition, a second line. How about that for the very first cast? Probably the largest crappie I've caught in years. You know, my dad used to hate catching a fish on the very first cast because he said every time he did, he didn't catch anything else the rest of the day. Well, let's see if that holds true. All right, y'all, this is my first time trying Panini Pete's new place, the Waterfront. And you're about to see why it's called the Waterfront. Folks, you are not going to believe the footage you're about to see right here on the Mobile Tensaw Delta.
Let's get crunk.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Oh, you're not drunk enough. So I want to give a big thank you to our good friend Panini Pete. He doesn't like to go by Muffin Pete anymore. Panini Pete, as you know, is a Triple D legend, an OG. One of my great friends. This guy has done more for the restaurant community, the veterans, the first responders. And now the community here that gets to experience Waterfront, I mean, bro, I got to tell you, out of all the things you've done, this has got to be one of the most off the hook. A big thanks for Panini Pete. He is also, I think, the sole instigator of me coming back to visit Fairhope and Mobile and Daphne to experience the food. The food program you guys have going on right now is off the hook. Congratulations. You should all weigh like 20 pounds more. But it's been great. I mean, this is really, we've had a great experience. We shot Triple D today. We'll be shooting tomorrow. And we said if we're going to come into town and we're going to have a party, we're going to shoot Triple D, we're going to celebrate Pete's new joint, then we got to invite one of my favorite bands, all-time super favorite bands. And if you have not seen them, I'm going to say this one thing to you. And this is what happened to me. I went to a concert to see another band, and this band that you're about to see was opening. And so we're sitting there and we're listening. He was there, I guess. Didn't we go to jail together? Anyhow, my buddies and I are sitting in the back and we're drinking and we're hanging out. And this crazy lead singer gets off his perch and he comes down, he covers the mic and he says, "Hey, listen, boys, you can come down and start having a good time, or I'm going to start talking." All five of you. And that was Dirty P and me and a bunch of guys. So we came down to the front right where you are, and I want you to do me a favor, grab everybody from inside and bring them outside, because one of the hardest hitting, rockinest, coolest New Orleans bands that throw a party and they make it happen, without a doubt, give it up, Cowboy Man! Are you guys ready to have a good time? Are you guys ready to have a good time? Well, then let's do it to it, baby. 1, 2, 3. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just a rock and roll show. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's a celebration of being alive. Are you with me here? So at the count of 4, I need you to feel free. I need you to feel alive. And I need you to try to drum this through this deck. So at the count of 4, throw your hands high. At the count of 4, jump up and down. And at the count of 4, scream like you're having the greatest orgasm of your life. 1, 2, 3, go!
On October 23, 2002, 54-year-old Thomas Prezois was working for Mid-Atlantic Freight, flying a Cessna Caravan on a nightly cargo run that took him from Mobile to Montgomery and Atlanta. The retired police officer turned pilot departed Mobile Downtown Airport, known locally as Brookley Field, with a 400 or so pound cargo of baseball bats. Prezois informed the tower that he planned to fly at 9,000 feet because, as he put it, the radar's out, referring to the Cessna's weather radar. It was a cloudy night. There was a little bit of precipitation in the area, and visibility was affected. Brookley Field instructed the pilot to climb to 3,000 feet, then turn towards the east. It was then that the tower alerted him to an inbound DC-10 which was flying south at around 4,000 feet. Prezois confirmed, "Roger, I got him above me right now." Seconds later, Prezois' panicked voice cried out,
"I needed to deviate. I needed to deviate. I needed to deviate. I needed."
This is the runway at Brookley Field. This is where Night Ship 282 took off from. The flight took off from there, zip around here, and headed out that way across Mobile Bay. And it did not make it very far. 282 was headed to Montgomery and then Atlanta after leaving Mobile, but it only got as far as Spanish Fork, which you can see ahead of you. What happened that night, 21 years later, is still unexplained. Last spring, I came out to Costco to source some product from our restaurant, and I noticed this stormwater retention pond.
And I grabbed this little ultralight that I usually keep in the trunk of the car, came out, and sure enough, I caught like 6-7 bass in 20 minutes. So then I came back and did a full episode here, using top water and all kinds of things, and I caught a bunch of bass then too. Well, then summer came along, one of the hottest on record, and most of the month of August, no rainfall, which is drought conditions around here. So this pond has shriveled up a little, but we're going to see if there's still fish in it. And as kind of an experiment, we're going to see how much, if any, they have grown.
You know, it was so dry and so ridiculously hot last month that I wasn't sure if any of these fish would survive. But not only have they survived, they have thrived. I'm always impressed with how healthy they look, but I guess when you're in basically a trash pond, there's plenty to eat. One of the things that results from having less rain and more sunshine is the botanicals within these ponds take over. My gosh, there's a lot of grass in here. But I like to say, if you're not getting grass on your lure, you're not casting where the fish are.
Excuse me, old chap, but would you mind terribly clicking like and subscribe? It would mean oh so much to me, seeing how as I gave my life for your entertainment.